Beloved soul, if you feel as though your life no longer fits the person you are becoming, there is a reason for it. I am Ashtar Sheran, and I come before you now for those who feel the quiet but undeniable shift happening within their spirit. This message is for the ones who sense that something old is ending inside them even though the outer world has not fully changed yet. Many of you feel emotionally exhausted from trying to continue living the same way while your soul silently pulls you towards something deeper, more peaceful, and more authentic. Beloved one, your soul is outgrowing the life built from fear. And though this transformation may feel confusing, painful, or uncertain at times, it is sacred. For many years, you survived by adapting to realities that never truly aligned with your spirit. You learned how to hide your emotions in order to avoid rejection. You learned how to appear strong while secretly feeling exhausted inside. You learned how to become what others needed because you feared losing love, approval, or belonging. Over time, these survival patterns became so familiar that you forgot they were never the truth of who you really are. Yet beneath every mask, every fear, and every emotional wound, your soul continued waiting patiently for the moment you would finally begin remembering yourself again. Many of you watching this message have always felt different from those around you. Even when you tried to fit into ordinary life, part of your spirit quietly resisted. You sensed things deeply. You questioned realities others accepted without thought. You longed for meaning while others chased distraction. Sometimes you felt emotionally isolated because the world around you seemed focused upon things that could never truly nourish your soul. Beloved one, there was always a reason for this. Sensitive souls are often the first to awaken because they can feel energetic shifts within collective consciousness long before others recognize them. Humanity itself is now moving through a profound transformation. Across Earth, the old systems rooted in fear, emotional suppression, and spiritual disconnection are beginning to weaken. More souls are awakening beyond superficial living. More hearts are searching for truth, authenticity, and deeper connection. And because your spirit came here specifically during this era of awakening, you feel these changes intensely. This is why life may suddenly feel unfamiliar. The old ways of thinking no longer satisfy you. Endless striving feels empty. Superficial relationships feel draining. Noise exhausts your spirit. Your soul craves silence, truth, peace, and emotional alignment because it is remembering frequencies beyond fear and illusion. Yet awakening often feels uncomfortable because the human mind fears transformation. Part of you still wants to hold on to what feels familiar, even when the familiar is slowly draining your spirit. Fear tells you to remain where life feels predictable. But your soul now seeks something deeper than survival. It seeks freedom. Many of you are currently standing between two versions of yourselves. One version was created through years of fear, emotional protection, and external conditioning. The other version is your authentic self, the soul that longs to live honestly, peacefully, and in alignment with divine truth. This in-between stage can feel emotionally exhausting because the old self is weakening while the new self has not fully emerged yet. You may feel uncertain about the future. Lost between endings and beginnings. Disconnected from paths you once trusted. But beloved soul, this uncertainty is not failure. It is transformation. The caterpillar cannot remain comfortable while becoming the butterfly. The old form must dissolve before something new can rise. Awakening carries similar stages. Some of you have experienced painful endings recently that forced you into unfamiliar territory. Relationships changed unexpectedly. Dreams collapsed. Paths you believed were secure suddenly disappeared. At times, you may have felt abandoned or punished by life itself. But beloved one, what if these endings were not destruction? What if they were liberation? The universe often removes realities that no longer align with your highest evolution even when your human self desperately tries to hold on to them. Some structures crumble because the soul has outgrown them. Some relationships fade because your vibration no longer matches the lessons they once carried. Trust this process even when it hurts. Your spirit sees further than fear can understand. Many awakened souls also feel exhausted because they spent years building lives around external approval instead of inner truth. You became caretakers, achievers, protectors, and people-pleasers because you believed love had to be earned through sacrifice. Yet no matter how much you gave, part of your spirit still felt unseen and emotionally empty. Beloved one, your soul is now teaching you a sacred lesson: you do not need to abandon yourself in order to deserve love. Your worth does not depend upon how much pain you can carry for others. Your worth is eternal because you are a divine being experiencing human life. Many of you are now beginning to realize that inner peace matters more than external validation. This realization changes everything. You no longer wish to remain inside realities that require emotional masks in order to survive. Your soul seeks authenticity now. Truth. Presence. Freedom from fear-based living. And though this awakening may temporarily create loneliness or uncertainty, it is leading you toward deeper alignment with your true spirit. Humanity itself is standing at the edge of enormous transformation. Across your world, millions of souls are beginning to awaken beyond fear and illusion. More people are questioning systems rooted in emotional disconnection. More hearts are opening toward compassion, spirituality, and higher consciousness. And beloved one, your healing is part of this collective awakening. Every time you choose authenticity over pretending, peace over chaos, or love over fear, you strengthen the light awakening across Earth. Never underestimate the power of your inner transformation. Before this lifetime began, your soul understood that humanity would eventually move through this period of awakening. You knew old realities would weaken. You knew many souls would feel lost and emotionally overwhelmed during the transition. Yet you also knew that sensitive and awakened individuals would help anchor higher frequencies of truth simply by embodying compassion and authenticity. This is why your journey has shaped you the way it has. Every heartbreak deepened your compassion. Every disappointment sharpened your discernment. Every painful season strengthened your connection to your soul. Nothing you survived was meaningless. Even your suffering carried hidden preparation for the awakening now unfolding within you. Beloved soul, your spirit is no longer willing to live entirely through fear. That chapter is ending. The life built from survival, emotional suppression, and external approval can no longer contain the truth trying to rise within you. And though the future may still feel uncertain, your soul already knows the direction it is guiding you toward. Trust the quiet inner voice calling you toward peace. Trust the endings happening around you now. Trust the transformation unfolding within your heart. Because the person you are becoming is far more aligned, authentic, and spiritually awake than the version of yourself that once lived only to survive. As this transmission comes to a close, remember one sacred truth above all others: your soul is not trying to destroy your life. It is trying to free you from the fear that shaped it. Trust the awakening. Trust your spirit. Trust the path unfolding before you even when you cannot yet see where it leads. Because the light within you is already beginning to rise beyond everything that once tried to keep it small. I am Ashtar Sheran, and we continue walking beside humanity as more souls awaken and remember the divine truth they came here to embody.